Good morning, this is Alexander here again with the HalfNakedChef.com. This morning we are going to learn to make breaded chicken. Alright, you're going to need 2 chicken breasts, and we are going to put them in a bowl. And usually like to slice them up into small pieces so that we have some nice pieces for salads, things like that. These go great particularly in salads, and also I like them in rice. They go very well in rice dishes with things like rice and beans. Also in pasta. They are wonderful in pasta, and I'll have some other videos on doing that later on. Okay, so after we finished slicing them, and I just made strips, and then I cut each strip into 4 or 5 chicken chunks. Now this dish takes about 15 or so minutes to prepare. It's not really a dish, just the breaded chicken. So after we've got our chicken chunks, we're actually going to take eggs and a fork and crack our eggs into a good-sized bowl. We're then going to beat the eggs just a little bit. You want to get the yolks nice and mixed in there with the whites. Okay, there we go. Nice uniform mixture. Now we're going to take the chicken and put that in with the egg yolk. Mix that around a little bit, get all the chicken nice and coated. Next, I've taken a Glad container and I put in some breadcrumbs. So that's a nice way to go. Now, me personally, I like to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit more pepper than salt. And to make our chicken nice and spicy, just a little bit, I like to add a little bit of chili powder too. Now we're going to mix that around a little bit. We're then going to take the chicken and just kind of strain it with your fingers. The egg is just going to help the breadcrumbs stick. Okay, then I wash my hands. You're going to put your top on your Glad, and you're going to shake it around a little bit. What you're trying to do here is to coat all the chicken with the breadcrumbs. Oops, I missed a piece of chicken. So shake that vigorously for about a minute or 2. Next, we're going to take a 8-inch skillet and put a little bit of olive oil in it. It does not take much olive oil. There you go. Rub it around a little bit. Next, we're going to take our chicken breasts and put them into the pan. Now this is going to take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. Move that around a little bit in there. We're going to put that at about half temperature, so 5 or 6. Now what you're going to do while it's cooking, go ahead and you're just going to kind of move it around a little bit. I like to take a wooden spoon and kind of just toss them around a little bit, make sure they cook evenly, that kind of thing. Okay, be back in just a minute. I actually decided to move them to a different pan. I got a little bit too small So I have here a 10-inch skillet, and I've gone ahead and given them a quick little shake, just like that, so that you can see how they're starting to form separately. You may want to take them, things like this, and separate them into two. Things like that. Sometimes they stick together a little bit. Helps to kind of squish them around a little bit in your hand like that. Helps the breadcrumbs stick a little bit better. Okay, and we are at about 4 minutes. So every now and again you just want to come back, again, give them a little shake. Make sure they're getting evenly cooked. Okay, as the chicken starts to brown like that, it's starting to finish up. So you can take it and see if it's getting done by taking one of your bigger pieces, cutting into it. I'm looking if it's still pink on the inside. This one is not. This is actually perfect. So wiggle it around a little bit more, give it a little bit more olive oil perhaps. This one doesn't particularly need it. Sometimes it does. But when it starts to get like this, where it's browning, it means you're just finishing up. And it's been approximately 12 minutes from the time we got started. So, okay, next we're going to remove it from the heat. Give it a little shake, make sure it's done. Looks pretty done to me. Okay. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, this is Alexander from thehalfnakedchef.com.